Hi, hello, hey guys, it's Jason Unleashed. Hi, thanks for watching. I'm Jason Carter, your host. Thanks for being here. Welcome back. Great show. Pioneer of female rap is going to be here. Yes, Yoyo is in the house. I'm so excited to talk to her. This woman has been a part of my musical tapestry for over 30 years now, and it is an honor to be able to chat with the lady who not only has been and left an indelible mark on hip hop, but is doing so much more. We love her music. She's the host of Cafe Mocha, the #1 nationally syndicated radio show for Black women, by Black women, her and Lonnie Love, as well as appearing on Love and Hip Hop Season 6. She is booked and busy, and she's going to be here in just a few. So thank you guys for tuning in. If you have any comments, questions, anything you want to ask, hit us in the comments, and we will get to it as soon as we can. And let's see. Boom. She's going to send a request in a few. Hey, Gay Luigi. Good screen name, Gay Luigi. I love it. It's like I want to wave at everyone. All right. Hey, LaToya Jackson. No, LaToya Jackson. Crazy. Hey, everyone in Argentina. Hi. Hello. Do I press a button to wave back? Oh, I see. Yes, you press a button to wave back. Gotta get it right. Hey, thanks for watching in South Africa. I appreciate it. It's cool. Hey, from Spain. Hi in Spain. Hope you guys are safe over there. Matt, how you doing? Yo will be here in just a sec. Boom, doom, doom, doom. Hey, from Brazil. Guys, you guys are watching all over the world. And the Philippines, Manila. Hi. All right, you guys, let's bring in Yo-Yo. Yo, 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 yo. It's the connection song and dance, you guys. You know, if you guys look, you guys can make me a connection song and I'll play it. Yo, yo, hey! But I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you well. Can you hear me?
Oh, now I can hear you. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. Great to see you. Thank you for being on Jason Unleashed. It's an honor.
Well, thank you so much for having me, and I apologize for being so late. I was thinking another time.
You know what? You're not the only one. People are like, what time zone? I forget people are in different parts of the world, different parts of the country, but it's good to see you. How's quarantining going for you?
It's refreshing. The butterflies are all gone. It is a little refreshing, but I'm good. I'm easing my way through it. What about
Yeah.
you?
Hey, I'm talking to people like you every day, so I'm doing good too. It's definitely there is it's this surreal experience that we're all in, right? It's not just happening to a few of us. The whole world is
Yeah.
experiencing this new way of living. So, they say we're alone together. So, I mean, there's some silver lining and things that are happening. But let's get to you because, as I said, you are a pioneer of female rap, and I'll never forget. Summer of 91, my mom took me and my twin brother to the music store in my hometown of Albuquerque, and she let me pick one single. One thing I could buy was a cassette tape, and I bought You Can't Play With My Yo-Yo.
Hey.
Hey, hey, and I mean, it's such a moment for me musically, and I just remember it so vividly. Let's talk about your music career because you, as I said, have left an indelible mark in hip hop. You were preaching female empowerment and repping for women long before it was the thing to do in music in a time when hip hop was heavily dominated by alpha male figures. How
Yeah.
did you navigate that?
You know, um, it was just, I guess it was something I wanted to do. I wanted to, I was a counselor, a teen counselor in school, and I wanted to continue it. So I talked to, who was it? Pat Charbonnet, who was managing Ice Cube and I at the time. And we spoke about, I said, how can I continue it? She said, let's do a coalition. We thought of the name, the Intelligent Black Women's Coalition. And, we sat and thought about what could it be about? And it was empowering women. just speaking about things that women went through, were going through. And then that was at that time it was teenage pregnancy, and we said, Intelligent Black Women's
Hmm.
Coalition. I was fresh out of high school, coming out of a predominantly Black neighborhood. Um, but little did we know when we announced it worldwide that so many people of different backgrounds would participate and want to be a part of it and say, hey, listen, I'm not a young Black girl from South Central Los Angeles. I am a professor. I'm 45. Just the bond with women. So it just grew into this beautiful garden of beautiful women who wanted to be loved and have an opinion and, be supported.
In the '90s, you had four albums. You hit us with 1991, "Make Way for the Mother Lode," followed
Yeah.
up with "Black Pearl," which was received by the critics well by the critics. When you were in that space of hip hop and that sound of the '90s, what were some of the struggles you encountered? Because I mean, we hear stories about how the music industry isn't easy. There's misogyny, there's abuse, there's all these things. What for you? What was your experience like, and how did you rise above that?
For me, some of my struggles was being woman. um, you know, it's just a male dominated industry, of course, not knowing anything and having to take the leadership. And at that time it was fairly new. So it wasn't just me, it was the whole industry. And I was thinking, being signed by a powerful woman, Sylvia Rome, whom I love so much, I was thinking, I would have more of a say so. She would like have my back. And she did. But a lot of my frustration came from, okay, when I got tired of wearing the baggy clothes, can I change my um, you know, can I have a voice? Do you always have to, you know, does my approval always have to come from a room full of men? So that
Mhm.
some of my struggles. I wanted to be, once I got out in the industry and started seeing so many fly guys, I was like, I don't want them baggy pants.
You're like, well,
I want curls in my hair. I want to look cute.
and you did because we saw that evolution not only musically but of course visually. And I want to celebrate a moment.
Yes.
1994, you and four other queens, Brandy,
Oh,
Queen Latifah, MC Light, beautifully
yes.
shot video by the one and only Hype Williams. I Want to Be Down remix. Till this day, 26 years later, it still goes hard. It still sounds as fresh and as
Yes.
new, and
Yes.
visually, it still looks fresh and new. You guys killed it at the BET Awards. A moment in history. Tell us about that because Brandy's talked about it a little bit. We know you guys went on Queen Latifah a couple years ago. But for you, Yo-Yo, stepping on that set and having that moment with those ladies, magical.
Yes. Oh my God. It was the first time hip hop was really marrying R&B for me. And it was the first time we were allowed because then it was just one girl to a clique. So the fact that MC Light and I were label mates, we didn't work together before then. And Queen Latifah and I, we were all good friends, but we just never really worked together. And I was happy. I always felt like the black sheep. I was like, well, they don't like the West Coast. And so I said, I just want to make sure I represent the West Coast. I just wanted to represent. So I said, well, going into the studio, I'm thinking, all the girls will be there, and they weren't, which was so sad. But it gave me the upper hand. I was like, okay, let me hear everyone's rhyme. So I listened to Queen Latifah, MC Light. I get excited with the melodic tunes. I get hypnotic with the moon, but you gotta put me down soon. I was like,
Hey,
I was like, oh, I gotta come with it. Then I heard Queen Latifah about Yay Short, about Yay. I was like, oh, I gotta come with it. I got to come with it. So I wanted to be West Coast. I didn't want to come too hard, but I wanted to fit in where it could be accepted. Because at that time, gangster rap was really powerful. It was a lot of controversy with the gangster rap
hmm
in LA, and me being with Ice Cube. So I wanted to come from the West Coast. He was born 20 years ago, just to pimp those. Every day new clothes, forget to cut cool clothes.
hey,
Breeze got the heat, so bluff it. And every time we performed it, and Brandy. We were just in love with Brandy. She was so sweet. She still is so sweet and so personable. Yeah, and getting on stage and performing it even now is still as electric then as it is now. Or
I
now.
mean, it sounds so good. I mean, just the production, how smooth. The '90s was probably the heyday of collabs and just reinvention of R&B, the arrival of neo soul, also the power of gangster rap,
Yeah,
and when you think of women in hip hop, you always tell you there's not many, to tell you the truth, especially in the 90s. There was Kim, there was Foxy, East Coast, we had you, we had Lady of Rage, and so we were gifted with these powerful women that had these powerful messages. Was
yeah.
there ever a time though where you felt you had to pump the brakes on spreading those messages, or you felt you were being told, nah, don't rap about that, rap about this?
No, I mean, it was a time where I was ready to, little Kim. I was thinking to myself, oh my God, the industry is gonna shut me out because I, here I was, we were rapping, more gangster rap. Here was little Kim and Foxy Brown and Jay-Z, and the industry was shifting so fast.
Hmm.
Biggie and I just couldn't get my Freakum Fridays to fly. My whatever you call it, my Freakum Friday. My freak fantasies to fly. And I just kept thinking it every time I would try. It wasn't, I was like, oh, I need to come out with a song. I need to, so it was, for me, it was finding that happy medium. How do I find my sexy? How do I say what I want to say? Still hold myself as an honorable woman. Um, say some things and make it a party record. People don't feel like you're preaching to them or you're giving them more. It was so hard for me to do that because everyone, I did it with Black Pearl and Black Pearl flopped. The radio never played it, so it was, I had this image in my head like, okay. So I just said, you know what, I need to go to acting school and just pursue acting a little bit more. But when I heard Lauryn Hill, girls, you better, I said, damn, why did I think it, she was right where I wanted to be. And that's why I love her so much, because she came right at the right time with that right in the middle of hip hop transitioning into finding a way to represent a strong Black woman, still get the people to party to the music. Everyone loved to play it and rap along with it. So yeah, it was, yeah.
Well, you said that you were trying to find a happy medium and that you couldn't find a happy medium, so you decided to leave music. You exited music and went back and got your education. I think you
Yeah,
went back to school at 30, yes?
yeah,
And
yes.
that wasn't you had to self-motivate and you had to self-talk. You had to give yourself a lot of positive self-talk to make that transition. What
Woo!
was the moment, yo, that you felt like, okay, I'm closing this chapter and I'm starting this new one. And were you scared?
You know what? I was so afraid. My daughters let my other daughter drive, and she just ran into the back of the truck. So I was so afraid. I know, right? Yeah, I heard that crack. I heard that crack. Crack.
Hey,
Okay, you know what it was? Yes, I had to talk to myself a lot and tell myself I can do it. It was the first time that I left California on my own. I wasn't ready to. I was so pretentious. I lacked so much confidence, even though I was on as a young girl and people were listening to me and I was all over the world and I was famous. And, I lacked confidence because I felt like I didn't go back to school. I felt like I was pretending I knew things that I didn't know. And now that's why, with the Yoyo School of Hip Hop, I teach the young kids, it's okay not to know. You know, I felt like I think about take advantage of me or because I said I didn't know. So going back to school, yeah. I started out with my head low, you know, and started lifting it up every day.
I love that. I love that. And you mentioned the Yo-Yo School of Hip Hop. You
Yes.
said that giving back has saved your life. Why was it so important to create this school, and why did giving back save your life?
I was at a very dark place and I just was thinking, um, I really didn't know what to do. I was just like, really not knowing what to do, just really trying to get myself together spiritually, was praying every day. I was on the prayer lines with my friends and just talking to God, just trying to find my peace. And I remember God telling me, you know, giving me what to do. And at that time, it was at a time of my life where my life was a tsunami. It seemed like God was mad at me. Like nothing was going right with me. Like everything was downhill. You know, no gigs. This wasn't happening for me. Um, I was fighting for, you know, some, you know, things that, you know, happened to me in my life through contracts and stuff. And it was just like a lot of turmoil. When I started the School of Hip Hop, it was at the worst time. Financially, I wasn't there. So I was thinking, you know, paying two mortgages, paying a mortgage and rent. Um, but I was obedient with what God was telling me to do, and following my dream of I wanted to give back and taking a step out at the worst time. And I remember telling my kids, you know, she say you can feed 100 kids, but you don't want to stop at Chipotle. And I used to tell her, eat when they eat when they eat. But what I didn't know was, you know, that part of my journey was teaching me something. And I'm so glad that I took those steps, because here I was at a place in my life where things worked very well for me, but here I was constantly giving, and I didn't understand the give back. But you know, all of my trees were gone out of my garden, and I was speaking to God every day, and He was telling me, say yes. And I was saying yes. I didn't feel good spiritually. I was showing up. I didn't feel good face wise or clothing wise, because I didn't feel like I was at my top level in the industry. And, you know, and I would say, oh, well, you know, I'm not sure about this. Oh, and I would hang up the phone. I said, say yes. So I was showing up at a time of my life where I couldn't. I was paying rent for space for 100 kids when I could barely pay my mortgage. I was doing things, and little did I know I was planting seeds. And
Yeah.
down the line, these seeds started growing. And, you know, all this time when I was so, you know, I felt like, you know, I needed love, relationships wasn't working. And I remember I remember the kids just hugging me, and you know, every morning I looked forward to getting up and seeing the kids. And you know, I made it my business, you know, to always show up. You know, it wasn't a program I had where we made a lot of money. We rarely made any money because we didn't charge anybody, the kids to come. But I remember coming one day, and the kids were just running up to me, Auntie Yo-Yo, Auntie Yo-Yo. And I just started crying. And I said, oh my God, these kids saved my life.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't know
Yeah.
why I was supposed to do it, you know,
Right.
but giving of myself, God said, I'd given you everything you needed. I didn't know I needed to give in order to get more.
I
You know,
love that.
ask for
Yes.
more, but you know, you get it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's called Get It 100%. Such a beautiful story. That's so cool. Oh, so cool. Well, I mean, you you've had, you said that you were in a dark space in your life. This brought you out. You're here now. Now it seems like you've come full circle because you are this accomplished businesswoman.
Yes.
You are a musician. You are a radio show host on the number one nationally syndicated
Yes.
show for.
Hip hop. I just got off a tour with Eric B and Rakim for the Don't Sweat the Technique tour, 38 cities, Live Nation. Yes.
I
Everything.
mean, everything. And you said that you had to, you're thankful, you're grateful for those hard times. They always say it's darkest before the dawn, that because hadn't you not gone through that, you wouldn't be able to be present in all your success now.
What, and you know what else? Not just that. I think, you know, for me, I think what it is it's a part of your journey,
Mhm.
you know, and if you just keep going, you know, if you just keep going, I think failure is when you stop. You only fail when you stop, because you have to go through it. I don't think it was so much of a, you know, of course everybody wants it roses. Of course I always wanted it roses, but you know,
Yeah. Let's talk about Cafe Mocha. You,
yeah,
Lonnie Love.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
uh,
Yes, I love Lonnie, by the way, and I saw the interview. Great interview.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. But it's the number one show of its kind for Black women by Black women. What prompted this? Because I listen and I enjoy, and I think that I think everyone can enjoy it, of course, because
Yeah.
you guys talk about a lot of great things. But let's talk about it because it's doing so well.
Well, we won a Gracie Awards. It's three women: Lonnie Love, Angelique, who's the producer, and myself. And I took MC Light's place. Believe it or not, MC Light went on to do some other things, and they wanted to keep a young hip hop sister in there. And Lonnie and Angelique and Sheila thought about me. And I love interviewing with all these powerful women. And it is radio from a woman's perspective. And I love being a part of it. I mean,
Yeah.
we've interviewed some of everyone, the Obamas. I mean, you name it, we've interviewed.
I know it's incredible. It's incredible, and you're no stranger to reality television and
Yes.
television. I mean, Love and Hip Hop, Hollywood, season 6. Now, when we think about shows like Love and Hip Hop, I mean, I love that they feature you in a great light and that they talk about the school. Were you apprehensive getting into a show like that? Because some people feel that shows like Love and Hip Hop don't really service and serve the Black community in a positive light.
I was never, I wanted to, I always was thinking of rebranding myself and getting to know this younger generation. I always was thinking, how can I get myself, how can I introduce myself to this young generation? Um, I was playing behind the scenes so much that, when I go in and introduce myself, it was almost like, yeah, Yo-Yo from Ice Cube, Yo-Yo, 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 you know. When I said yes, I knew what I was going to do anyway. I work with young kids. There's a lot of troubled teens out there through the Intelligent Black Women's Coalition, through the Yo-Yo School of Hip Hop, and through my programs that we have at high school. And I see the struggles that you see on television. I witnessed them in real life. So I just think that everybody needs somebody to keep it real with them. I think the problem with a lot of these shows is, it's Love and Hip Hop, but you rarely see any real hip hop artists on there. I mean, or that who's been there a long time with a
Right.
little bit of. So I love it. I love getting to know these young artists, and being a part of the show. And believe it or not, it's introduced me to a new generation of people. And when I go politic, ass kick, and regular game in some of these board meetings, you know, the fact that I'm being viewed by 20 million people matters to
Right.
people who, so yeah.
There you
It
go.
was a great
Facts.
decision. It was a great decision. And thank God I didn't have to walk in there and say, game over. Just,
You can't play with my yo-yo. They're trying to play me out. But you also do a lot of other things on the side as well. I mean, I hate to say on the side, like it's just like, oh, on the side, I'm a mechanic. No,
right.
but West Coast Wednesday, people get into your West Coast Wednesday, yo.
Yes. Well, and I love it. And I love it. And we're discovering new talent all the time. And I'm just using my platform just to highlight while we're in quarantine. I'm just using the platform. Alex laughs every time I say quarantine. So every time, I use it to just highlight talent and let, people give their opinions on the good, the bad in the industry.
With that said, talent. You are a bottomless pit of talent. Will we get more yo-yo music? Because the fans need it. The
Well,
fans need it.
I'm glad to be back out. I think going on the road with Eric B. and Rocky really gave me back my wings and my courage. And so I definitely put out a new song, Out of Control, with Brittany B. Tyler Rain, produced by Picasso. And I just want to keep working on new talent. Of course, I'm still going to put out music, but my whole goal is to, now that I've walked this road, is to bring some talent with me.
That's
So
cool.
yeah,
That
still some new music. I mean, if I had it my way, I would have Pharrell do a song with me. I would probably throw Seven or Kalani on the hook.
yeah, yeah. Have you been able to talk to Ice Cube while you're in quarantine?
I did. Well, not since I've been in quarantine. Oh yes, I did speak to him during quarantine. Yes, I did. Yeah, I mean, I've talked to a lot of my hip hop brothers and sisters, and we kind of stay in touch and make sure we let each other know we're all in this together.
Love it. Love it. It's been awesome
Yes.
talking with you today. And just by the way, I actually ran into you years ago, I think 2007, at a place in LA called Millennium Dance Complex. And you were
Yes.
there with a client, I think. And I had checked you in, and and I was like, y'all know who that is? They're like, who? That's Yo-Yo. And then, and then the office, so I actually, in the office, I had make way for the mother load on my back then my Zune player, and I was just playing your music, and they're like, "That's her." I'm like, "Yeah, you got this like a female pioneer of hip hop. What's up with you people?" So
Right.
I'm so,
Your Zoom player, that's so funny. Those were the best ones. You're
I
funny.
know. Back in the day, but it's just so awesome that I get to talk to you today. And thank you for your time. Thank you for your gift of music, and thank you for what you're doing not only for the community, but those who do need it, because you are invaluable.
Well,
Really,
thank
you are. Absolutely.
well, thank you so much. Make sure you listen and tune in to West Coast Wednesday and check out some of our fresh talent.
Right, and then we'll check out Cafe Mocha on SiriusXM. And you be safe, be well, and see you soon.
See you soon, and listen to the Out of Control song, and go on YouTube and watch the video.
Mwah. Bye. See you later.